friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the Bermuda Triangle. I am going to give the full details about the video and even the slides. Come on friends. The main mystery behind the Bermuda Triangle is a high powered magnetic force in the three edges of the Bermuda Triangle. Why was this magnetic force not activated in the olden times? This reason would be shown for you in 2 minutes. So, the main reason is because of the city of Atlantis. I'll show you where the city of Atlantis was located. So come on friends. See friends, it was located from Miami to Bermuda and from Puerto Rico till Miami again. This was a triangular area where the city of Atlantis was present. This force was not activated in older times because of the city of Atlantis. How? As you all know that the city of Atlantis was a very small city and the city was established on a very thick rock. Due to its weight, it led to the drowning of the city of Atlantis. Before the kingdom drowned, there was no formation of Bermuda Triangle. The reason to the formation of the Bermuda Triangle was the breakup of the thick rock on which the city was placed. As you all know, a thick slice of rock can decrease the magnetic force of attraction, as the seabed under the land of Atlantis had a very strong force of magnetic force. It led to the formation of Bermuda Triangle. As the city was placed, it was stopping all the rays which was coming from the seabed to the air. Doubt. You may have this doubt friends, because why does ship, airplane and helicopter drown into the ocean? The reason is the high straight path of magnetic force attracts the ship, airplane and helicopter towards the magnetic force, but the magnetic force does not go beyond the exosphere. But why? Exosphere has a very hot layer of density. Just because of that, it is not able to cross the land, which was not able to cross the exosphere due to its high density. Another theory states that there lied a dark energy in between the Bermuda Triangle, which was blocked by the rituals practiced in the city of Atlantis, which were not letting the dark energy to come out of the city. The dark energy was none other than the Queen of Atlantis, who died 259 years ago before the city of Atlantis drowned. Because of her soul, it is said that she is still locking all the ships and other ships from coming near the palace. So friends, let's watch a video about it. Come on friends, now let us watch a video about it.
Is there a place on Earth with more myths than the Bermuda Triangle? The most mysterious part of the ocean from where many don't return. It's a zone of anomalies, a hideout for aliens, various military experiments, a portal to another dimension. There are many different stories about the Bermuda Triangle, and most of them are very far from reality. But sometimes, in the Triangle Zone, something happens that even causes skeptics to fall silent. Because it's hard to argue with a living witness. But is it possible to believe their words? To finally understand the secrets of the Bermuda Triangle, I decided to conduct my own research. First, I want to briefly remind you what this abnormal zone is. The Bermuda Triangle is the name for the area in the Sargasso Sea, which can be outlined right with a triangle. At one corner is Miami, another the islands of Bermuda, and the third point is San Juan, Puerto Rico. However, though some people like to stretch the dangerous area in different directions, I'll stick to the generally accepted version. The surroundings of the Bermuda Triangle are constantly traveled. Various ships cross here, from cargo ships to cruise ships and pleasure boats, and airplanes constantly cross the sky over this triangle. But the bad reputation never fades. It all started with Flight 19. On December 5th, 1945, 5 American aircraft were on a training flight in the Bermuda Triangle area when they suddenly disappeared. all 14 pilots, as well as the 13 crew members of the aircraft that performed the search for the missing planes. And so far, no one has been able to determine the exact cause of what happened. So, the legend was born, a danger zone with an area of 1.3 million square kilometers, or roughly 500,000 square miles, which is also sometimes called the Devil's Triangle. After this incident, the number of references to the anomalous area began to grow. People remembered that sometimes some really strange things happen there. This mystery can even be traced back to the time of Christopher Columbus. Fans of mysticism claim that the famous explorer passing through this zone saw an incomprehensible object flying away into the sky, accompanied by a strange glow. Columbus also noticed that his compass behaved very strangely in this area. Does this mean that paranormal activity began in the Bermuda Triangle a very long time ago? If you believe the first story regarding unusual disappearances, then everything is much more serious than some may at first believe. One cargo ship and 3 aircraft, along with all passengers and crew, were lost in the Bermuda Triangle just during the period from 1945 to 1950. And this is not counting the case of Flight 19. In fact, there are many such examples. Incidents in the Bermuda Triangle even have their own Wikipedia page. The influence of the triangle even extends onto land. In 1969, 2 small lighthouses on the tiny island of Great Isaac Cay completely disappeared. Neither they nor the bodies of those involved were ever found. True, Tropical Storm Anna swept nearby during the same period. Are these events connected? I have no doubt. But the mystical events of the Bermuda Triangle are most certainly not always without witnesses. Along with more than 900 dead, there have been 19 survivors. I think most of them will not be able to tell us much of anything. Too much time has passed. But there's at least one person in the world who's ready to share information about this mysterious place. And this person is not just a theorist. He experienced abnormal activity himself and managed to survive. His name is Bruce Gernon. On December 4th, 1970, Bruce, along with his father and his business partner, took off from the island of Andros, heading for Miami Beach. It wasn't his first time making this flight, and everything went as usual. The trip should have taken about an hour and a half. Bruce was piloting a Beechcraft Bonanza light engine aircraft. Immediately after takeoff, he noticed a small cloud. The plane rose to an altitude of about 300 meters, or about 1,000 feet, and the cloud also rose with them. It grew literally before their eyes, but the aircraft managed to slip through it. After 10 minutes had passed, and at an altitude of 3,505 meters, or about 11,500 feet, another cloud appeared. It was so large that Bruce again had no choice but to fly directly into it. Everything around immediately turned black, although there was no rain. The pilot noted strange white flashes that were not like lightning. They were so bright that they lit up everything. After about half an hour, Bruce suddenly realized that this was the same cloud through which they'd flown earlier. It had the shape of a ring, a kind of giant donut-shaped cloud. Bruce saw no way to escape from the captivity of this strange cloud when suddenly he noticed a small clearance. This was his only chance. The hole looked like a tunnel just over 1.5 kilometers or 1 mile wide and about 16 kilometers or 10 miles long. At the very end of the tunnel, he could see blue sky. But as soon as the plane entered the tunnel sharply narrowed. The walls of the tunnel were curved and shrinking, continuously closing in. The whole of the interior